Cypher. Today is still Tuesday. I'm back with y'all again. I was here with y'all earlier on the music tip, and now I'm here with y'all on the WWE tip. Something I wanted to try out differently this time. Usually I choose one or the other, but today I decided to do it 2 times for you. So I want to see how that works. If it's successful, I may continue to do that. If not, then I might stick to one or the other. Or if your boy just need a little more sleep, then I might just stick to doing the second one. Anyway, I'll review and make music and videos so you don't have to. And today, here to talk about Jay Uso losing the World Heavyweight Championship. What's going on, Rob Lafayette in the building? Thank you for your view and your like, sir. How's your day been? I hope it's been good. Indiana's looking really good right now, with Indiana Pacers doing their thing in the NBA Finals against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Neither one is really my team, but I do respect the hustle and the grind of the young folks taking over the NBA league one team at a time. Rob, I was at work during your first live. That's cool, brother. It was just a pop-out live. Just wanted to test the waters and see if that's something I might want to do. And it's looking like it might be something I want to do. So we're going to see. Shout out to everybody that came on. Shout out to Rob on here now. I know Rob is not a basketball guy, but that's okay because Indiana is still representing through the Indiana Pacers. So, Jay Uso lost the World Heavyweight Championship clean to Gunther. I'm going to just say this. I feel like they made the right decision. It's a couple things that I thought was kind of weird about Gunther and Jay Uso's relationship against each other in the ring. So I feel like they have decent chemistry, but I just it's hard to watch them and genuinely believe that Jay Uso would beat somebody like Gunther. The WrestleMania thing was cool, especially after Jay hit his Gunther's power bomb, but him putting Gunther to sleep was just odd enough in itself. So, I mean, seeing Gunther put Jay to sleep, that made more sense. All the other times he's choked him out, it makes sense. But seeing Gunther just, I don't know. I feel like they knew Gunther was supposed to keep it, but they already had Jay win the Royal Rumble. They didn't want to have another Royal Rumble winner lose at Mania, and they owed Jay the title just for the sake of having it. So, as much as I don't like people losing their world titles on a regular show, even though sometimes it can be cool, I feel like with Jay in particular, it don't really hold no weight because I don't really think he should have been champion anyway. I just don't. Some people just ain't ready, you know. And even if you would say that Jay Uso was ready, you have to have, in my opinion, a certain caliber and certain moveset to really just acquire some like a world heavyweight championship. I feel like that should be reserved for those who not only have the best movesets, but can like acclimate to their opponent and learn more moves. We've already seen Jay's hand. He has the same routine. And at one point, we saw Cody Rhodes' hand, to where before he even became champion, I wasn't too enthused about him being world champion because I already seen his hand. I already know what he's working with. He used his whole moveset against somebody like Chad Gable, so there's only so much you can do. And that's where you get the Crossroads trifecta, because he had to do something, like his finisher 3 times just to be interesting, or tease a vertebraker, stuff like that. And I feel like, you know, it came at one point in time where they were using signature moves to finish off opponents, and I think that's when you should do it. Seth Rollins did it against Dolph Ziggler a few years ago. He used the superplex into a Falcon Arrow to beat Dolph Ziggler. You know what I'm saying? Drew McIntyre used Future Shock DDT to beat Jay Uso. Like, I feel like you should use signatures for those who, you know, for regular matches, or those who it makes sense for you to beat, but use the finishers for those big time moments. Rob said, team do the live. He won't be able to make the first one. That's cool. There's a certain audience for the first one and a certain audience for the second one. And Gunther should retain at WrestleMania. Yeah, he should have. And if Jay did win, I don't think he should have won by submission. But he had to use Gunther's moves just to beat him. So it was pretty much doomed from the beginning. He's eventually not going to be, the best one chosen for the gig. But besides that, let me just get into this before I forget. Solo Sakoa is so funny, bro. Solo is so funny. His performance at Money in the Bank, to me, was his best performance to date. I feel like people are going to remember that more than anything else. Him just mocking everybody's gimmick. I think he should be that guy all the time. Rob said, not that I don't want to be there on it. I know you don't, bro. I know you do. I understand. Rob said the second Bloodline is getting stale. Yep, that bread has been stale for a while. Plus, all of them is getting injured. I guess the brother's still injured. Tama Tonga's injured. So, I don't know. But, I think it has ran its course. But Solo Sakoa, yeah, definitely a funny dude, man. Solo was in there, man. Solo was mocking the LA Knight, Chad Gable, Penta, everybody. And I think it was just one of the most hilarious things. And I'm going to tell everybody, like I always do, whether you're hanging out or dipping out, please hit the like button. It helps me out a lot. I appreciate it. So Money in the Bank has come and gone. R-Truth has made his return. He has cut off his locks, and now he is back to being Ron Killings. It'll be very interesting seeing where they go forward from there, if they give him an actual run, or if he retires there with the same comedy, but I don't really see it happening. If they can do it for John Cena, they can do it for R-Truth. Let him come back like a super, serious, beating everybody situation. I think R-Truth's situation worked out just how it should have, and he's back, and he should go on a last gig run. You know what I'm saying? I always liked Ron Killings. I liked him in TNA, and I liked him when he had a short stint and when he first came back at WWE. So yeah, very well. Miro, thank you for your like. Rob, thank you for your like. Thank you for everybody for hitting the like button. Rob said, I'm glad Ron Killings is back. Me too. Miro says Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez, SummerSlam. Buddy Murphy return at SummerSlam. Yep, it's going to be nice. SummerSlam will be over 2 nights. I guess it's going to be in New Jersey. I could have sworn it was going to be in Minnesota, where Brock Lesnar was there. But I thought they were probably expecting to have Brock Lesnar come back. But since that's not happening, I think that's when they switched to New Jersey. Because for a while, I'm pretty certain it was supposed to be in Minnesota, in Brock's hometown. So, yeah, for those who weren't paying attention to it months ago or into last year, they already announced it was going to be over 2 nights, but it was supposed to be from Minnesota. So the switch to New Jersey, I'm pretty sure, was prompted based on the lack of Brock Lesnar. Rob said, I think they need to do a double turn, have Ron Killings turn heel on the verge of him winning the title from Cena. Man, Rob, do you really think they're going to give Ron Killings the belt? Be honest. Before we go any further, do you think in any universe, they would give Ron Killings the world title, even for just a day? Do you think they would do that? Not should they, but do you think they would? Also, Rob said Brock Lesnar ain't cleared yet. No, he is not. Right now, he is looking like Kid Rock in the 90s with his long hair and beard and all that. Rob said they better do it. They ain't going to do it, man. He said SummerSlam being 2 nights is not necessary. Oh, of course not. But they're going to make as much money as they can. They're going to have it over 2 nights, have all this extra stuff go on. You know how it works. You already know how it works. Rob said, I know, right? Miro says Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor for the IC title at SummerSlam. Let's go. I can see that happening. I really can. Dominic Mysterio defending his belt against Finn Balor, SummerSlam. You know what needs to happen? Finn Balor needs to win at SummerSlam. And I might make a prediction video for SummerSlam at some point. But yeah, definitely needs to win that from Dom. It'll be a nice callback to 10 years ago when Finn Balor, was it 10 years ago or 9? It was around that time. somewhere around there. But Finn Balor had won the WWE Championship, the Universal Championship. I think that was 2016. Um, so I think they should go that way with it. Have a big turn right there. Have Finn Balor win it and lead to Judgment Day. Why not? We need some change. It's already changing enough. Let's get the Judgment Day passed. And I think JD McDonough needs to stay by Finn Balor's side, and they need to be a tag team. Why not? Rob said Dominic needs to take over the Judgment Day. He does. He does. Dominic is the prodigal son of the Judgment Day. He's been sworn in. He's their biggest draw. He needs to be the leader, whether he's a heel or a face. Let Dom do his thing. And for those hanging out or dipping out, please hit the like button. I appreciate you. That helps me out a lot. So I can do more videos like this. Getting choked up over here. Need some water. So Miro also says that Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez will be at Hell in a Cell, which I think that would be smooth too. Rob says you're going live later. No, sir, I'm not. I'm gonna be taking care of some business later. All type of business. Make myself feel better. Rob says, so you're doing 2 lives, huh? Walk around like you got 2 lives, huh? Cutting the game like you got 2 knives, huh? And cooking no chicken and fries, huh? No, not today. Nope, no Raising Cane's, nothing. So when I get off of here, do my thing at the house, get some things moving and going, and all that. Rob says, so you taking care of business, huh? God is my witness, huh? Man, I'm here for vengeance, huh? And Miro says Avengers, speaking of Avengers Secret War, Tom Hardy, Venom 2027. Yes. I look forward to the movies, man, watching all this stuff, getting acquainted with everything. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're going with it. Like, Jay Uso, my main point of it was Jay Uso, and thank y'all for hitting the like button. It does mean a lot. I appreciate that. It helps me out. Jay Uso basically losing the title was best. He wasn't ready. I think that it looked good on him, but he really didn't need it. If I'm being completely honest, as far as him being the most over person in the company, Jay did not need the world title to do that. I mean, he didn't. He definitely held his own. He did his thing, but he doesn't need the world title to do that. That's more so with somebody that's trying to push the idea of a world title out to everybody else. Razor Music says hi. Thank you, Razor. Please hit the like button. That helps me out. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for everybody in the chat for hitting that like button and helping your boy out. Yes, Jay Uso came out to WrestleMania to Lil Wayne at one point. He's on the cover of PLEs. He doesn't need the world title, so it doesn't really make sense to have him on there with the world title. Have it on somebody like Gunther, and I'm pretty sure that Seth has the briefcase. 2 things. 1, Seth is not going for John Cena, so we can just cut that out. And 2, Seth will be trying to cash in on Gunther, because I think what's going to happen is I'm thinking they're going to have Gunther versus somebody else, and it's going to look like a situation that puts Gunther in the forefront to make him look like more of a face. And then I think that's when Seth Rollins is going to cash in and get his world title back. I don't see them using Gunther as a transitional champion. I feel like he's too good for that, both work ethic wise and storyline wise. So he's probably going to have it for a little while. But I definitely see Seth Rollins cashing on somebody. He needs to have the world title so he can further establish his group. Gunther doesn't need the world title, but he kind of does. He needs something to do to follow up what happened. His run was too strong to just lose to Jay and that be it. It makes sense for him to get his belt back. Now, how long he's going to keep it, I don't know, but I can definitely see him holding on to it for quite a while. And we have to realize and remember too, John Cena, although he is going to be here all year, that doesn't guarantee he's going to have the title the entire year. John Cena, Jey Uso lost his title, so we already had that change at Mania. John Cena won his title at Mania. He still has it. So Jey Uso already lost. That means John Cena is going to have his for a while. He's halfway through his tour. I wouldn't be surprised if he finished it with it, but he doesn't necessarily have to. And I'm not necessarily expecting him to. Rob said, have you been following the Diddy trial? Not recently, but enough to say that he wanted to try the mistrial again. You know, he's desperate at this point. If Seth Rollins cashed in on John Cena, you know he's falling. Of course. That's why it doesn't make sense for him to cash in on John Cena. Whoever Seth Rollins cashes in on, first of all, it's going to be a success. And second, it's going to be somebody that people like. In order for Seth Rollins' gimmick to work, it has to be on somebody that he doesn't, or that people like. Miro says, hi, how you doing, Miro? I think that it's going to be on a face Gunther. I don't know how they're going to get to that point, because right now he's still technically a heel, but he's doing things in the favor of a potential face. He shook Pat McAfee's, well, he didn't shake his hand, I guess, but he gave him, like, you know, a thank you in his culture to Pat McAfee after he beat him. What else did he do? He did that with Pat McAfee. With Jay Uso, he beat him clean. He's doing all the things, and he actually got a good pop against Logan Paul. So he's doing things that's going to build to him eventually being a face. We're just not at that point yet. So when we get to that point, Seth Rollins is going to come in, cash in on Gunther, and get his world title back and establish his group, whatever it's going to be called, along with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Which, if you look at it, it's pretty much evolution. Braun Breaker is pretty much prime Randy Orton. Even though prime Randy Orton wasn't just a huge like powerhouse, it doesn't really have to be. Braun Breaker is his own entity, and he's like breaking people. Like, he's that agile. And thank you all for the chat, and thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. It helps me out. Thank you. So basically, he's Randy Orton. Bronson Reed is Batista, the powerhouse, and Bronson Reed has lost weight noticeably. He's moving around better, it looks better on him, and he looks like he's more confident. So I'm glad they're going that route. Of course, Paul Heyman is not Ric Flair, but he is a manager type. Ric Flair actually used to get in the ring too and be about that business. So he's not necessarily Ric Flair, but he is up there when it comes to the stature of importance and lineage, when it comes to managers and importance in the stable. So that's why they are they're the new evolution. And Seth Rollins is definitely Triple H. Let's get into these comments, bro. Mike Faris was going on and said it will be in the future to make him face. You think so? Yep. Okay. That's all Seth needs to do. You think that's gonna make Seth face? I think that would be very interesting to see how that works out. Because if Seth becomes face, that will ultimately make his group a face, right? And although they're not faces, they're getting cheered like faces. They're getting claps when they come out, like a standing ovation. I don't know. It looks like it's working for them. Braun Breaker is definitely getting cheered with his barks. Even Bronson Reed is starting to get some love. So I don't know where they're going to go with it, but I do like it so far. Rob said Gunther should have spat on Pat McAfee. Come on, Rob. Come on, Rob. Super heel. Seth Rollins said him and Paul Heyman don't mix. I don't know. I didn't think they would at first, but I definitely see the chemistry between the two. In my personal opinion, thank y'all for hitting the like button too. Thank you. In my personal opinion, I think they do mix. I just don't know how long it's going to be for. Roman Reigns has yet to return, but I can definitely see a SummerSlam return for them. If not before that, have a big match with Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, so I'm not sure. JHD, what's going on? Oh, Mike First said, no, Gunther face? Exactly. Right, so we agree. So yeah, Gunther will be a face by the time Seth Rollins cashes in on him. HJG says, okay, wait, I'm glad Gunther won. The only reason I wanted Gunther to win is for a Seth cash in. He's probably going to do it versus Cena and CM Punk, but the Jay title reign ending is a bad decision. So how long do you think Jay should have held the title? Do you think he should have held it to WrestleMania? Or do you think he should have held it like for less time? Like how long do you think they should do that? Because I honestly wasn't sure, but I would assume that it wouldn't be for too much longer. I don't know. Kale, what's going on, Kale? I feel like Jay shouldn't have lost the world title. There's somebody else that agrees he shouldn't have. And Kale has subscribed. Thank you, Kale. I appreciate that. I'm here every day at the same time, so I'll be glad to see y'all then again. What's up, Tyler Corrink Jr.? I love that you shout me out. What's going on, Tyler Corrink Jr.? Shout out to you. And I'm glad you're a fan of the WWE, as we all are. And thank you for coming on here, hitting the like button and subscribing. I appreciate all y'all. Rob says, you know it's true, Gunther not ready to be a babyface. He's not there, but he's there. You know what I'm saying? He has the crowd behind him if they hit that button, but he's not necessarily there yet, but he's going to be. And Tyler said, "I'll sub." Appreciate that, Tyler. Big Ty. Need Jersey ATL Alien Podcast. How you doing? Happy Jay lost. He need to get in better shape. Oh, come on, man. He's getting there. He's getting there. Ty said, L. Mike first says, the cash in will make Gunther a face. Okay, that's a good point. What's up, Cameron Lathan? What's your opinion on Seth winning Money in the Bank? I think that for the storyline, it was worth it. I don't think that a lot of people like the decision, but for the long run terms, I expected Seth to win. I just forgot about LA Knight. I thought LA Knight would win because he's in hometown. He needs it. 3rd time's a charm, but it didn't work out that way. But for Seth, I think it's important that he does have it. I feel 100-day title reign, maybe. And Tyler says, if Jay lost the title, they should have let Seth cash in because Gunther has held the championship too many times, and I feel like this was just a bad decision overall. We'll have to see about that. Hi, Charlene. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the like and the sub. And HE says, Joey says, Jay needs to get in shape. His performance shaky. That is true. He needs to get back better. Yeet. They need to have Gunther spitting on the American flag, setting it on fire. Man, you crazy, Rob. And Cameron said, I thought LA Knight was going to win. I thought so as well. And the last comment says, it's definitely not going to work out because recently on Raw, Seth going to cash in on Cena and all and Punk. Why? I think because he won a world tease on Raw and just fits it. It does. And in the long run, it'll definitely work out the way it's supposed to. Your hair look good. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate it. And look, guys, I wish I could stay on here longer because y'all are like perfect. And this is the best live I've had so far. So I gotta go. I gotta go back to work before they start looking for me. I appreciate y'all. I'm here every day. I'll be here again tomorrow, same time. Thank you for subscribing and liking, and please come back tomorrow, same time. I catch y'all. Support the channel. Support me by hitting the like button. I'm about to sign off. Y'all have a great rest of y'all Tuesday. Y'all the best. Thank you.